Hi, Joel.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Andrew.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm amazing.
I'm obtuse. I don't even know what that means.
No, I really don't.
It has to do something with being triangle. What episode is this, Andrew? Let's get this shit rolling, man.
This is episode 29 of the Medellín podcast. My name is Andrew Messia.
I'm Joel Duncan.
And you are?
Alex.
No last name. That's how we like
No
it.
last name. I
It's
just
like
like
Prince.
Alex. Yeah, just like that.
It's a special episode. You know why it's a special episode, Andrew?
Yeah, because Alex is here and because we're in a new studio.
AKA the living room. We're in the living room, so if the sound is a little different on this episode,
We're still adjusting.
We're still adjusting. Yeah. And it's the first time we've ever had a guest on the show that only has a first name.
Yeah,
That's
just
pretty
one
nice.
name.
That's pretty big. And I think she's our third Paisa guest, female guest. At least we think she is. We're soon gonna find out.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
All right, let's get this thing on the road.
Taught him everything he knows.
Yes, sir. It's episode 29 of the Medellín podcast. Right, Joel?
Yeah, that's episode 29, one away from 30. I'm a math genius, by the way, in case you didn't
That's
know.
why you do the numbers in the
I do
business.
the numbers here.
Yeah.
Love your t-shirt, Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
What does it say there? I love Bob?
I love
No.
boobs.
Oh,
I
boobs.
love Bob.
Oh,
I love boobs.
So do I.
My shirt's kind of dirty,
Yeah.
actually.
What about you, Alex?
Very rock and roll.
I do love boobs, but there are not a lot around here, so
There are not a lot of boobs around here.
no.
No.
I don't think
Carla's
so.
showing
Not
some
that type
boobs.
of set. This is not a porn set, people. This is a podcast set. Well, anyways, let's get this rolling. Today,
Yeah.
our guest is none other than Alex Velez.
And
Am I
why
saying
is
that right?
Alex Velez?
Rua Velez.
Wait.
Rua?
Rua,
Aren't you
yes.
doing your...
Wait.
I'm Alex Rua
Wait.
Velez.
R-O-U-B-A?
R-U-A.
Oh, Rua.
Rua.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Rua.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm Andrew Messia.
And I'm Joel Duncan. This is how we're going to do the intro every time now.
Yeah.
No, only because Alex is here and she does that. She literally came in the room
Yeah, I
before
came
we
like,
start.
hey.
She's like, hey, I just got out of the bathroom. We're like, what are you doing?
So I think we invited Alex on the show today because we had no one else left.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, it was that- that's
yeah,
not-
I believe
that's-
so.
That's not true.
That's
actually.
not true.
I was
That's not
wondering
true.
why they didn't invite me, knowing that the other people is been like they have companies, they are teachers, or they are doing something
That's
for
a
their
great
lives.
question.
but-
Great question.
That's a very good
Why
question.
me?
Wait, and you're not actually the first. You're not the first person to actually ask that question.
Okay.
Other guests have asked it, and I think, in my opinion, for example, my vision and my mission for the show is not just to talk about business, but also talk about
Okay.
just life in general in Medellin. Show different aspects of Medellin to people, whether it's female travelers, whether it's females that are living here, guys that are living here. In the future, by the way, we're going to have a special guest, a gay guest, our first gay guest.
Yep.
That's nice.
Sam.
Yeah, and
Sam Holden.
he's going to be on here. We've got
Every
the
walk of life.
Yeah, all the walks of life.
I think it's putting a human face to people that that live in Medellin or that don't live in Medellin or from Medellin, like Gloria, who now lives in Paris, and we'll figure out where Alex is living in a bit. And then different age ranges, race, sexual orientation, everything. I think just to give a very well-rounded view of the city, and also why you're, if I'm correct, 24 years old.
Yes.
So you're a 24-year-old woman that grew up in Medellin.
Yes, I did.
And you speak English.
Yes.
And that's about it. That's all she has to offer. No, but it's a totally different perspective than somebody else that's in a different age range that grew up in a different time. Are you considered like a millennial or a one of those? What are you considered?
No, like I don't consider myself like
No, what
in
do
a
people
group
consider you?
of people. No. Well, I'm 24 years old, but like I don't consider myself like my mentality as a 24 years old girl. You know,
really?
Like,
You're like literally Oprah's age in your mind. Well, that's a running joke, but yesterday she said that she was like, I make her become in like what? Like in Oprah mode? I put you in Oprah mode?
Yes.
But come to think of it, yeah, you've got the younger face and personality and a soul of like a 93-year-old woman, which is great.
Oprah's not 93.
Sorry, Oprah, I didn't actually check your
I
bio.
really have no idea.
Before we get into it, what are we drinking today, Joel?
Well, we asked Alex, or we did the Alex survey, the survey of one, and we said, Alex, what do you want to drink? And she said rum, but good rum.
Yes.
And I think Zacapa was that your choice, or did we just throw that out at you?
He mentioned it,
This
and I
is like
said,
a-
yes, I love Zacapa.
Yeah,
I love
Zacapa's
it.
from,
it's really
Guatemala.
good.
Yeah, Amber 12.
12-year-old.
That's what we're drinking
from
here.
Guatemala.
Yeah, and we don't plan to get obnoxiously drunk, but this show will go south
No.
as we go on.
Apart from what we're drinking, we're also in a new location. For those of you that are listening to us on podcast, you could check us out on YouTube. And you could see our new location. Obviously, it needs a little work and a little TLC, especially in the sound department. So excuse us if you're listening and you hear some echoing.
Yep.
We still got to soundproof this place, but we're excited to be here. This is actually one of our apartments it's the apartment below the one that we live in.
Yeah.
So also, if you hear some background noise like street cars or maybe an ambulance will come
Yeah.
by because it usually does,
Yeah,
or a
probably.
party bus or
Yeah,
a chiwa. You know where
But
we're
you
at.
said that's one of the things actually talking about the new location. Hopefully in the future we'll get a few more camera angles, maybe some looking out the window and whatever.
Right.
Is that people can actually hear the sounds of Medellin, potentially see out the window versus just us being locked away in this little box. So if you hear sounds, appreciate them because if you're visiting here, you'll need to know them.
Right.
So far, we're doing
get to
good on
know.
the outside sounds, though. Like
What is that?
So far, we're doing good on the outside sound.
We're doing good. on the
Okay,
outside.
that's good. That's Felipe, our producer,
Yeah.
manager, director,
Hello, everyone.
He's been
acrobat.
acrobat. He's been practicing that voice for a very long time. Let's hear it
Yeah,
again.
what was that radio voice?
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
shoot.
Wow.
Do you tie your package up in a rubber band?
Define rubber.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. I know I do. I tie mine up so I can have this voice. But all right, let's get straight into it, Alex. So you were born.
Wait. I've got a question for
All right.
Alex.
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 Alex. So before we get into it, tell me and Joel something interesting about yourself that we may not know.
Okay. When I go out to see people, I really love to pay attention to them because I can perceive energy very easy. And I can perceive like what they say is real or not. But I don't share that with anybody. I just save it to
When you
myself.
go out as in like a date or in general, you just sit there and sort of like feel people's energy out and it's something that you like to do. In general.
In general. Like I do that with everybody.
Okay.
Like that's something that comes with me and I just love it. Like I can literally tell when someone is lying immediately.
Really?
It's really easy for me, yes.
Huh.
Really?
Maybe in the future we could have like some.
Well, no, we'll do some lying tests.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we'll do
well,
lying
like
tests.
that.
Yeah,
What is
actually-
it? Like two truths and a lie? Have you ever played that game?
no.
Two truths and a lie. So I'll say two things that are true about me and one that is a lie, and you gotta tell me which one's a lie.
Okay, I've
Like, for
never
example,
played that.
I'm really bad at lying.
For example,
Yeah?
I'll
Really
give you
bad.
an example. Let's see.
Okay.
One, I've pooped my pants before as an adult. Two,
Never have I ever. Oh, sorry, wrong game.
I've pooped myself as an adult once.
Mm-hmm.
I've swam with dolphins. And number three, I've been to jail.
I know that.
Which one's the one that's the false one? Two or true?
Which
One
one
is
is the
false.
false one? If you have poop in your pants as an adult.
Dolphins, gotta be dolphins. He won't swim with a dolphin. He's probably freaked out by a dolphin. You're not gonna get in no pool with a dolphin.
I've actually,
gosh.
they're actually all true.
You
All
swam with
true?
a dolphin?
Well, I've swam in the ocean when there was dolphins there, like when I was surfing.
Okay.
Yeah, so like literally
Does
they
that
were
really
right
count as
next.
swimming with a dolphin though?
Well,
people?
what you can swim? How am I going to keep up with a freaking dolphin
In a pool, people
Like,
swim. They
start
hold on to
swimming.
the little like thing and they get pulled around.
So that was actually tricked because
But
they're all true. They're all
I don't
true.
really care about the dolphin right now. I care about I'm really curious about the pooping.
Oh, pooping in
Yeah. Was that as an adult or a child, Andrew? When did you...
both. I've done both. When I was a child, obviously, I just
Yeah.
rear down and poop whenever. But as an
Rear.
adult,
Yeah.
one time I just ate something bad and I had to run to the bathroom and I didn't make it.
I saw you.
Oh my
I saw you.
gosh.
Was that when you were running up and down Calle Diaz?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
literally,
I gotta
was-
come back. I gotta be back. And I
And-
came out looking for him after like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I
and
think no
I'm
one would let him
running.
in. So I see him drenched in sweat and he's running to like Subway and they turn
No,
it back.
it was
And he
KFC.
runs around. Yeah, and he's just running to different restaurants and he's sweating. He's like, oh, I didn't know you shot yourself that day.
Yeah, that's why
Congratulations.
I went home and took a shower
Yeah.
and just
Went
lied
back?
down and slept. No,
Yeah.
slept.
Great. Well, we've all shot ourselves at
Okay,
least.
well,
Oh
that's
my
very
gosh.
interesting. So you could detect lies. You can.
Yeah. But when like if you come to me and play, you are ready to lie.
Oh.
Yeah, you know
I
what I
see,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's just like in general, like when I'm around people, when they
Okay.
are in the real.
Yeah, like not
yeah.
like a game or whatever,
Yeah,
like we were just
exactly.
doing. But if it was in a natural setting, you'd be like, that person
Yeah.
probably telling a lie.
Yeah.
So you're let's get back. Let's get to some Medellin stuff. We'll circle back around to lies and pooping a little later on in the show. You're a 24-year-old woman, and do you currently live in Medellin?
No, I live in Peru right now. I'm visiting for the moment. I came here mainly for the carnival.
Okay. Mainly for the carnival.
And I'm gonna stay here. Well, I'll stay here for a while, like around 3 weeks, just
Okay.
visiting my friends and family, and that's it.
Okay. So we want to know a little bit more. I think people here, for them to understand who you are and your perspective on a few things. You're from which neighborhood in Medellin?
Manrique.
Manrique. Can you tell us a bit about that? I can't roll my R's like you can, but
Manrique.
tell us about Manrique. What's Manrique like?
Well, Manrique, it is on the north side of the city. It is like a medium, low-class neighborhood.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm born there and raised there, and I still live there. Like when I come back here, I stay at my parents. So yeah.
And what are people from Manrique called? Manriquenses? Or what do you guys call it?
Manriqueños.
Neas.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
What is a nea
What's a
for
nea,
those of you watching or listening that don't know what a nea is? What would you?
Anea, it is like how to explain that?
In English, it's a ghetto chick, isn't it?
yeah,
Yes.
like a ghetto person.
Ghetto
Yes,
person.
a ghetto person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They speak really, really bad. They have different words. Like here, they speak like so weird.
Do you know how?
hear- let's
Do you
hear
know how to
some.
speak nea?
Yeah.
Not a lot, but
Like, what's
no.
a regular nea word that they say?
I really don't know because like I don't like that.
Okay,
that
hold on.
talking.
Okay, hold on.
Chinchurria.
Hold on. Alex,
Yeah.
a Nea guy comes up to you in the street and he's like wants to get your number or something. Let us. What would he say to you?
Hey, monstruo, soltame pues la saliva, hombre.
Ay, sí, exacto.
So we have another.
Monstro.
Felipe is also a Nea.
Ay,
Oh,
monstruo.
yeah. Manera por
So
Robledo.
so actually I've heard that before. People call each other monsters, like
Yeah.
hey monstro.
Hey,
Ay,
monstruo.
monstruo.
Monstro.
Hey,
I've heard.
monstro.
Okay, so slang for like dude or bro, right? Is monstro.
Monstruo.
Llave.
Yeah.
Caravana.
Caravana.
What else we got? Parce.
Parce sí is the, like
Parce,
the normal.
papi. Papi.
Papi. I feel really weird rolling up.
Rey,
to
mi
things and
rey,
calling
Mi
mi
it-
rey,
rey,
mi
ajá.
rey. Yeah.
Cuchito.
Cuchito,
Cucho.
cuchito.
Cucho.
But my favorite is caravana.
Caravana, la caravanita.
Háblalo, caravana. And I'm like, what?
Actually, if you pay attention to like football matches where James is playing,
Yeah.
like you can see the nap popping in once in a while when he's like arguing with the referee.
Oh, yeah,
He'll be like, "Hey, come on, man! Hey, papi,
¿Qué pasa, papi?
¿Qué pasa, papi?
Is
¿Cómo
James from-
pones esa
is he from-
Me
fuerza?
están dando machete, papi.
He's from Manrique too.
I don't know where he's
I
from,
really don't
but
know where he's from,
I don't
but
know
Actually,
where he's
I
from,
think
but you
he's
can
from
see the
Envigado.
name him popping out.
I'm pretty sure that he's from around Envigado, I believe. Yeah.
So what?
No, he's not from Envigado.
Back to the Manrique
Jason
thing.
says
I'm a
no.
little fascinated by the whole Manrique thing because I think you're the only person that I know from that's made it out of there alive.
Yeah.
In their adult lives. What growing up in Manrique, what was that like? Because when I came here and I heard the name Manrique, it was like, yo, you don't want to go there. That's
Yeah, because it was one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the past.
In the past,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, used to be. Well, it was pretty weird because, like, my mom, she used to take care of me a lot. She didn't want me to go out with the other kids that used to live around there because she didn't want me to become a kind of girl like the girls
A ghetto
that live
girl.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, like a hood
So
rat.
yeah, I wanted to go out all the time to play with kids, and she was all the time like, "No, you can't go, you can't go, you can't go," and I was all the time in my house just crying.
Were you guys wealthier? Did you have more money than other people around you? Or why, I mean, what made her not want you to be like everyone else there?
Well, we weren't wealthy, like super wealthy, but my grandmother, she grew up in a very wealthy family, but she left home for a drunk guy.
For a drunk guy.
Yeah.
For a drunk.
My grandpa. So, well, she stopped being from the good families from Medellin.
So they like disowned her? Was she just like disconnected
Not
from
part
the rest
of the family anymore.
She disconnected completely.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
moved to Manrique?
Moved to
With the
Manrique
drunk guy, your
with the
grandfather.
drunk guy. Yes.
But well, thanks to that, you exist.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's true. Yeah.
So that
And I'm
there's a
very
good-
grateful to be here
Yeah,
right now.
that's
Yeah.
a good story. So you have tattoos.
Yes, I do have.
You have some on your arms, but they're covered up.
Yeah,
too.
like my whole arm is full of tattoos.
Let me see.
but
Can you roll it up?
So we told you you're coming on a podcast, which is mainly voice, and you hid your tattoos. Like, that's nice.
Yeah, this is one, and I have like the other one right here.
Is
What
that
is
from
that?
like the flower gang of Manrique, or is that like what's going on with these
Flower
tattoos? Tell us
gang.
about.
No, it is just that like I am from Medellin.
Yeah.
You know that Medellin is the flower city.
Yep.
And I deeply love flowers because my grandmother has a huge patio full of flowers. So I grew up like loving nature. So that is why my arm is full of flowers.
And what is this? It's
This is a seahorse.
a seahorse.
A seahorse. I was pretty young, in fact, when I did it. But now I regret because I love my legs and I wish it wasn't there.
There. Yeah, we saw this meme today.
Joel got new tattoo. Did you know that
Yeah.
Joel got a new tattoo?
Yeah, I love it. In fact, yeah.
We
It's
talked
really
about
nice.
flowers because Andrew and the rest of people sitting here sort of make fun of me because all I paint is flowers. Like, in Superbad, that kid, all he did was draw dicks. Well, flowers are my dicks. That's what I paint.
Flowers are my dicks.
Flowers are my
Okay.
dicks.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
good. Keep it going, Andrew. Let's see what
Yeah.
else we got for this.
So is your family, your immediate, your nucleus, I guess, is that a big family? Do you have a lot of brothers and sisters?
No, I don't have brothers or sisters.
Oh, you're
I'm
an
the
only child.
Yeah, but my family, the rest of my family is huge. Like between my aunts and my cousins, we are more than 70 people.
7-0?
Yeah, 70.
So like during the holidays, like Christmas and stuff, you guys must have like big parties.
Yeah, huge ones.
We should probably go to one
I
of those.
never got
Yeah,
invited.
yeah.
I've never been- she's like, wait, how come you invited me to the
Yeah.
podcast? How come you never invited me and Andrew
to a
Christmas
Manrique
party?
I was thinking about
party.
it because I'm gonna come back in Medellin around June, and I was thinking about making a party before me to go to Europe because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be away from a long time.
Okay.
I was thinking to do that and invite you guys because I know you love parties. So
Yeah, we love to keep
you should know
party.
that kind of party in Manrique that is really
Yeah.
nice.
Could you
Yes.
imagine, Andrew? Alex took us over to Manrique to party, and people asked her why she was hanging out with those two neas. I'm like, God damn, man, we're from Poblado, man. We're deep hood. And I think a lot of this is really important, especially because I really want to paint a picture of woman's perspective on this city and a woman growing up in this city. And a lot of it, we talk a little bit of psychology and a few deeper things every now and then.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with both parents?
Yes, and well, they are still together and very in love.
Wow, very
Yeah,
nice.
I grew up in a very loving family.
Very good, very good. So you've seen that, okay? And you were planning to be have your own very loving family with a few bambinos?
Bambinas.
Bambinos, what do
A
they
little
say?
neitas.
Yeah.
No, I really don't want.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I really don't want to have a family right now. I'm still very young, but
Yeah.
I don't know if my mentality is gonna change about that. So right now, no, I don't want a family. I just want to travel around the
Yeah.
world, and that's it.
I hear you. I'm very young too. I'm 39.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until I'm 50 to have my first child.
He just got on the Instagrams. Getting on the
Instagram, what's that? I don't even have a Snapchat. Everyone's like, oh, Snapchat, this, that, and the other. And then everyone's like, TikTok. I'm like, what kind of watch is that?
I have
And
no
then-
idea about any
I'm
of
like,
that.
what kind of watch is that? And it's actually an app for like videos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not on that.
No.
Well, you will, like in 10 years, and then all the young people won't want to be on there because old ass people like you are on it. Just like Facebook now, like no kids.
That's
no,
why I come on this podcast to get shot down and beat up about my goddamn age.
no young people like to be on Facebook now. They want to be like on Snapchat and all that.
Yeah.
Because it's like their parents are on Facebook.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to be on there. Yeah.
So you got one? Because I got.
Yeah. Well, my next question is, you live in Peru right now, right?
Yeah, I live in Peru right now.
Why do you live in Peru?
Well, that was just something that came out in my life, and I just took it. Like, I used to take opportunities like this and not thinking and just doing it.
You can spot. I can spot a liar. You know, one of my things that I'm really good at is I can spot liars.
When someone's lying?
Yeah.
I think I know why she went to Peru.
I know too.
Why?
Right.
Why do you
Why do
think?
you think?
Okay.
I
Why do you
think no.
All right. So my guess has to be with the opposite sex.
Oh,
What?
The opposite sex. There's a guy involved. There's got to be a guy involved.
well, that's a story.
That's not what I was thinking. I thought
she's
she
like-
just wanted to be the tallest and prettiest girl in the city. That's what I figured. I'm like, why take sand to a beach, man? I'm going to a freaking, place with some snow and shit. I'm going to be the only sand.
Like, who the fuck says, oh, I'm going to go? Well, I guess there's a lot of people that say, I want to go live in Peru,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Are you taller than everyone there? Do you look down on people and laugh?
you're like,
No,
on the metro,
that
I
is-
can reach.
No, like I'm like about the size. It is like I'm like the other girls. In fact, I have some Peruvian friends that are taller than me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but no, I went there because like actually it wasn't because of a guy, as you say. No, it was because like mainly the idea it was just to go traveling for 15 days. That was it. And one moment to another, my friend, he told me like, I have a room, like free, and my roommate left. And I don't know, like the idea came to my mind, like why not to go to live there for a while and to experience, because all my life I've been like, I want to experience what's to live in another country. And he told me yes immediately, and I was like, okay, I bought the tickets like right away, and I just said like, I'm leaving Colombia. I'm
Wow.
gonna start to become my dream to come true.
But and have
great.
you traveled to other places before? Or is that your first outside of Colombia trip?
No, yeah, I've traveled before to other places.
Like where?
I've been in Spain, France, Guatemala.
Wow, that's a crazy trio.
Yeah. I'm going to Spain,
Spain, France.
France.
And then-
Guatemala.
I'm gonna hit up
Yeah,
Guatemala just
you
to
know,
fucking
just-
throw a little mix.
Yeah,
throw
throw it
people off. Yeah. Mix it up a little bit. Drink some rum.
You gotta live life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we're drinking Zacapa.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Zacapa. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shout out to all my Guatemalan friends back in LA.
Yeah. And shout out to the people that are in the guest audience sitting on the floor in this little butaca, this little bench. We've got Carlos J. Santana, our homegirl. We've got Jason Mraz wannabe. And we've
And
got
Gabo Quinton.
Gabriela. And we've got Francisco J. Macia, a.k.a. Frankie Baby, sitting there. And
Yeah.
this is, again, matched our biggest audience of 4.
No, was it? Was
I
it?
think it was
Is
4.
it the biggest audience? Oh, all
We
right.
got
Well,
4, so we
yeah.
tied it.
So now we have
Thanks.
4 followers. Good.
So again, I'm just trying to profile you first. Did you go to university? What's your, it's like a job interview. What's your highest level of education, Alex?
Well, my highest, it is not that high.
It's all right. Let's hear you.
I have a tecnología. I really don't know how to say that in English.
It's a what's it called? Fuck. It's
It's called
A specialization. You have a specialization
in industrial design.
Industrial design.
Yes.
So that's like a trade school. You went to like a trade school probably for what, like 2 years?
2 years and a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's the same in the U.S. Like, for example, if you want to study a certain trade, what, like an electrician or, whatever it is, they go for like 2 years to like ITT Tech or DeVry Institute. And technologias are pretty popular here. And that,
Yeah, they are.
because you could do it in 2 years and literally be working immediately.
Yeah,
So it's a
yeah.
very good option for a lot of people.
One of the reasons I asked you is because so you did this again. What's the Spanish word for it?
Tecnología.
Tecnología.
Okay, and in Manrique, do you think just to understand your neighborhood, do a lot of people go to quote unquote universities like EAFIT and those other universities coming out of Manrique, or do they tend to go to call it more technical schools like Tecnología, or what does the average girl finishing high school do in Manrique?
Well, yeah, normally they go to the SENA, that is for free,
Okay.
in fact.
That's the free university.
Yeah, SENA. And, well, it just have the Técnica and Tecnología.
Okay.
And for university, if they want like a degree, a normal one, they go to public ones. Yeah.
Is that because of money, or what is that?
Mainly because of money, yes. But, well, I don't know. The quality of the public university here is good.
Okay.
So, yeah, they prefer to go, like, for example, to the Universidad de Antioquia, that is pretty good.
And that's free?
It is not free,
Okay.
but if you are good, if you were a good student, and
Yeah.
you can get a, how to say it?
A scholarship, like a beca? Or-
A beca, yeah,
A beca,
yeah. A
scholarship.
beca, you can get a beca really easy.
Okay.
And you can just go and, like, to the university and pay just a
Yo, would it be
little
fair to
price.
say that Sena is basically like community college?
Yeah, but community college is not free. In the
I know,
US, yeah.
no, but it's like
maybe,
like,
yeah, it
like
could be.
based in context. Like
Yeah, it's
no.
crazy. Well, actually, I don't really know how Sena works, really. So Sena is
If
just
you-
anybody could go and it's free.
If you can prove that you don't have the means to fund.
Oh,
your-
yeah. So that, community college is not like that because community college you still have to pay out of pocket.
Yeah, but it's like way cheaper than other.
Community college, at least from what my understanding too, is usually like if you can't make it into a university, usually a lot of times because
You
of
go
grades,
to
and potentially cost, or you can't afford to leave the city or whatever it is,
Right.
and you don't have a university there, you go to a community college.
Yeah, and you could still go to the community college for maybe a year or two and achieve a scholarship to a bigger 4-year university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, like, for example, just so people listening here, like, so let's just say, because I like to put things in perspective, because people, there's a lot of ignorance out there. So some people might not know why, for example, why didn't you go to university? They might think, everybody goes to university. We all went to university or college.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I went to, at that time, just a few years back when I was in university, like the annual tuition was about $6,000. And for a foreign student, let's say you were coming from Colombia and you wanted to study at the same university that I went to in Toronto, it was double the price. So that was about $12,000 a year, which in pesos is about 40 million pesos. 40 million pesos.
That's a lot.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
40
You have to
million.
do that.
Some houses cost that, or some apartments.
Exactly.
And
A house in Manrique, you could probably buy a house for 40 million.
for
couldn't
40 to 80
No.
million. Well, no, probably more like in La Sierra or something.
Yeah.
or like high up in Robledo.
Yeah,
Well, I remember when I came to Medellin, I remember like if you moved out of the core, you could have gotten houses for about 60 million.
But you came here very long time ago. Everything
Yeah.
is different.
So that was
now.
like almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
This show is all about aging people and shit, making them look down on themselves.
Well, I mean, literally, that's when I came here. So it's not like I'm some sort of young buck over here, some young
You're
flower.
wearing a shirt that says "I love boobs." You got to be young. Anyway,
Yeah.
so again, people from there, a lot of the folks coming out of Manrique at least won't necessarily go to these universities. I don't have a clue. Do you have a clue how much like a year of tuition at EAFIT or one of those universities cost?
The average like 10 million.
Yeah.
10 million.
Yeah, something like
3,000 US
that.
dollars a year.
A year.
A semester or a year?
The semester.
A semester.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shit.
3,000 a semester.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
And
money.
it's four.
And that's just the semester.
semesters.
You gotta pay other things apart of that.
Right, like books and,
Yeah,
and transportation,
books, everything.
special class events or laboratory stuff.
A little clarification. I said average, but that I really like took it way too far, because that's the average on like colegiatura, which is one of the most high end universities here. But a semester, like in something like Universidad de Medellín, which is where I went to, it's around 5 to 7 million.
Well, but still, that's still pretty
right.
high.
Still
for, like,
high,
And,
yeah.
and you still have to pay for your materials and shit.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
The biggest difference for something like colegiatura is that everything, once you pay for it, usually you don't have to pay for other shit.
Right.
For example, if you go there to culinary school, like they give you, just the
There's
first
the-
there it
background.
is.
The ambulance.
They give you like all the cooking materials, all the
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, that is pretty expensive considering that like minimum wage is what, $780,000 a month?
Pesos.
Or sorry, 780,000 pesos a month.
Which in US dollars is about 320 maybe?
A dollar-
Or
yeah,
dollars a month.
$320
$320 a month, people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then and your university could be basically $1,000 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people can't do it.
Yeah.
And they have to go straight into work or to do a
Yeah,
trade school
exactly.
or something like that.
What's little Alex up in Manrique dreaming about being as a young girl? Like what did you want to be?
Well, when I was young, after high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do or be. Like, I was just, I don't know, enjoying my life in that
Okay.
moment. But my mom, she pushed me like, you gotta study something, and I was like, okay, so let's do it.
Okay.
And I looked and I found I wanted interior design,
Okay.
but I could find industrial design. It is not the same, but it was
I've seen
something
some of your
similar.
interior design work actually in a friend of ours place that you did, and I thought it was pretty good. I think you did a great job.
Who's that? Where was
Thank
that?
you.
We don't call names on here. We just keep on moving. She did a really good job. She did this big yellow mustard colored couch, sort of like that dress that Carla wore that one time. She looked like a mustard bottle.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's actually nice.
yeah.
I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was her work.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
We should
that.
keep that going.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I did it for a while, but well, whatever. That it's already in the past. And so, well, after that, I studied, I finished that, and after that, I couldn't find a job. It wasn't easy for me, so I decided to learn English, and I did it pretty fast, in fact.
How
Wait,
old?
wait, wait.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How? Yeah. Deep
Okay.
breath. Yeah. Let's have a drink of this zacapa. Okay, so you said that you learned English. You decided to learn English, and you learned it pretty fast. Obviously, you speak well. How old were you when you started to learn English?
18 years old.
18? And how did you learn?
Well, I started with a private teacher. I studied with him for around 2 months, and I learned like the basic stuff about English. And after that, just practicing, like talking with people. Looked for a job in Poblado, and I had to speak English.
Yeah.
So just practicing.
So in that job, what was it like? Working with foreigners or?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So like
So,
tourists.
Yeah, so a lot of them, they didn't speak Spanish. And
Wow.
well, I had to speak English. So
Yes.
that's why,
So
I
you were
learned
forced.
that easy. Yeah, it was very easy for me. I was speaking English in 5 months.
Right.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
like even like better than a university degree here.
Yeah, imagine that. Like in 5 months,
Yeah.
you learned how to speak English pretty well.
And you speak a lot better than your best friend here, Carla, who she's been like, she went to like deep immersion. She used to do like half her school day in English. And she still speaks like Sofia Vergara when she was 3 years old. I'm proud of you, Alex.
Thank
Oh,
you.
by the
You
way,
can be a tutor.
Well, by the way, Carla was on episode. Do you guys remember what episode number she was on, Carla?
17.
It was episode 17.
Yeah.
And Alex they're basically like best friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both prime numbers, by the way.
7 and
17
13.
and not 29.
13.
What the hell's going on? All right.
29.
Wow. Let's just take a commercial break to study some math.
Yeah, so the good thing about having the podcast studio on the floor below our floor is that I can literally just run upstairs and go take a dump and then come back down during the breaks.
What do you mean by take a dump?
Like dump my load.
So you mean you don't have to shit your pants as an adult the second time? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good reason to move the whole podcast studio so Andrew can handle his mouth.
We had an advanced cheat day. Usually Sunday is the cheat day, but we ordered a bunch of pizzas because we had a bunch of people here setting up and everything. So yeah, the pizzas are heavy. Oh, by the way, the best vegan pizza, for those of you that I know there's a ton of you just wanting to know where the best vegan pizza is. On Rappi, which is an app. Do you use Rappi a lot?
Yeah, of course. All the time.
Yeah, it's an app that basically it's a delivery system that you could even get your groceries delivered to you. But on Rappi, the best vegan pizza that I've found is Olivia, and that's a great pizza.
Do Rappi in Peru is it just like a bunch of people that run, or do they have bikes?
Bikes.
Okay, good to check.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back now. I'm trying to get the Peruvian haters to come on here and leave some good comments. Joel's just so ignorant. How could he say that about Peru? Fuck you. You people talk shit about Canada too. All you think we have is beer and bacon, and we live in igloos.
Shit,
float
Canada
around.
doesn't even have Rappi. That's how far back they are.
We've got like Uber Eats. That was so like last century. Anyways, back to Alex Velez, whose family owns one of the biggest leather companies in the world. She's rich.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's super well.
The Velez company.
Velez company
Velez
for leather
company.
lovers.
Yeah. So, yeah, when my sister came here to visit for like the first time, second time, third time, and fourth time, one of her first stops is Velez.
Yeah.
I love Velez.
Yeah.
My bags for traveling are from Velez.
That's a good tip. That's a travel tip.
That's a travel tip.
If you want to get really good bags, high quality, like leather bags, shoes, belts, anything non-vegan related to leather.
I definitely don't go there.
Andrew doesn't go. He doesn't go anywhere near there. But honestly speaking, I take a lot of presents, like particularly at Christmas time, for my friends and family. And I buy them here, and like literally something you can get for about $150 here would easily cost $500 for the quality and craftsmanship that you get here. You'd have to pay that in the United States or Canada. So if you want to have a really good gift for that special someone or someone's, get it at Velez.
Yeah. And Velez, if you're watching,
definitely
go vegan. Imagine they go all vegan, they go out of business. So I guess moving on to the question. So one of the things that I find interesting is that you work online, right?
Yes.
You mentioned that you work online, and you're able to basically travel and live in another country while you're doing this.
Yes.
Are you working? Well, tell us a little bit about what you do, if you can.
Well, yeah, I work in customer service for a company from the United States that sell like ground stimulant grounds for the eyelashes.
Oh, okay. So to make your eyelashes grow?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm in charge of emails, PayPal, Stripe, Facebook.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty nice. Like we have a lot of things to do, and I can do that from any place.
And you get paid in
US
US dollars?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, that's great. And so since you get paid in US dollars, I'm assuming that you're making more than you were when you were working in the tourism industry here before.
Yes, yeah, a lot more.
A lot more?
Yeah, of course.
5 times more?
5 times more?
Like 4 or 5, yeah, something
wow,
like that.
that's
more.
pretty big.
So the question I was going to ask about that, and that's a good point that you're now making 4 or 5 times the amount you were making when you were in tourism here, is what do you think in terms of opportunities for women, especially your age, call it finishing school, here in Colombia or in Medellin, once they're done school, what are opportunities like for them?
Well, something that I find out when I was looking for a job, when I finished the tecnología, it was that all of them, every company I went to look for a job, they were asking me for 2 years of experience.
Okay.
And like, man, I don't have it. I just finished my school, so there is no way me to have 2 years of experience. So it was pretty hard, and I gave up because I went like to 20 interviews. So like I was like, okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. I just definitely don't want to work for a company that is asking me this, and so I stopped.
But what is that 2 years? Because I'm very curious about that. So let's say, you graduate from your program, you go to an interview, like, we want 2 years of work experience. In order to get that 2 years of work experience, one, you got to get in the door in a company that's going to hire you having zero experience. Now, this person that has zero experience, what is that person getting paid in US dollars, more or less, or Colombian pesos as a new person coming out of university?
Around like for every month, $400.
So about 1.2, 1.3
Yeah.
million pesos. So
Yeah,
$400.
something like that. Yeah.
So again, I love putting this stuff in perspective because we can see why for a lot of women, and we were talking about those that came out with a degree or like went to some sort of school after university. Others make closer to minimum. You're talking about $400 US, and there's guys that come out here and throw their money around, and they're spending $200, $300, $400 in the night here. They take a girl out from not necessarily from Poblado, and this girl's like, holy shit, we went to dinner and this guy just spent the entire amount that I make working in a month, and that's got to be attractive. Meaning, that's got to say like, wow, I can do with a bit more of that.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like,
or
Yeah,
even
of
further,
course.
some
It's
guy.
impactful, it's impactful to say the least.
Yeah, it's very impactful. And even going further, I've seen this way too many times to the point where I was just like, I just ignore it because it's just ignorance talking. Where guys will complain about paying for a girl's Uber or a taxi
Yeah.
home or to the location.
Yeah.
When you put that into perspective, where a taxi ride, how much is a taxi ride from Manrique to Poblado?
That's around 15,000 pesos.
So 15,000 pesos
Yeah.
is a lot for someone that is maybe making the minimum wage.
That's a lot. For
that's
them.
over an hour of their pay.
More than an hour
Yeah.
of pay to
Exactly,
get to,
yes.
to just to get here, and then having
Yes.
to go back home
Exactly.
after a shitty date with some gringo.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, at least
Motherfucker couldn't
pay-
even dance. I gave him free dance lessons.
Or even if it was a great date, it's still hits the pocketbook.
Yes.
Where 15,000 pesos for someone from the U.S. is less than $5.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
$4 to. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't even, like, if I go out with a girl, I don't even ask. I just, the Uber's coming.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, it's not even a question because it's literally negligible, and I know they're getting home and it's safe or whatever,
Exactly.
right?
Well, not just that. If you can go out to a club here or a bar here in Poblado and spend 12,000 pesos for a shitty little beer,
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool, spend the same amount and pay for her to
For
get
her
here
to get
safe
here.
and quicker. And that way she won't be as late. There's another tip for you motherfuckers. If you're coming out here, you're going to you want to go on a date, particularly your first date. Here's a little trick. Like, hey, I'm going to send you your Uber and your Didi. I'm calling it now. You ready? If she says okay, that Uber is going to show up and she's going to get there based on the time you're looking at on the app. If you don't do that and you agree on a certain time, there's a very big possibility that you could wait for half hour more, an hour more, and an hour and a half more. So Uber up, motherfuckers. Uber up.
And the lateness might not just come from traffic, but
Yeah.
it's because taking the metro
Yeah.
is exponentially less than taking that 15,000 peso ride, where you can spend 2,000 pesos on the metro
Yeah.
to get here and then walk.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So there's various
Is that cultural though? Because like I 100% agree with you guys, and I don't make dollars, but always my philosophy has been, I'll pick you up or I'll pay for your ride to come meet me, like way before meeting you guys.
Maybe it is cultural, and maybe it is even more so pronounced here, because I think income disparity between men and women in Colombia, for example, a developing nation, is a lot bigger than an income disparity. And income disparity in general is bigger among men and
Even in developed nations, yeah.
In developed nations, much less here. Right? You as a guy, you probably are making more money than the average girl is also.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my opinion. Hey, by the way, if people are watching this, what we want you to do, we don't want you to just troll us and talk a bunch of shit. But if you've got an opinion about some of the stuff we're talking about, a story that's related to that, drop us a message, drop a comment. say if you can disagree. You don't have to agree with everything we're saying.
Yeah, of
but we want
course.
to know what your perspective, what your experiences have been like.
Let's start a conversation.
Start
Conversations, and we'll bring it up and talk about your questions and comments on with guests. I think that would be fun.
Yep.
So I guess talking about wages, what do you think normally, let's say a person coming maybe from Manrique or a neighborhood like that, what would someone need to make, or especially a woman need to make, per month to live like a good lifestyle?
Living in Manrique or
Yeah, I could be living in
Like she
Manrique.
doesn't have to make Carla type money.
Yeah, not like
Just
Carla.
regular money. Not Carla
We
type
don't need
money.
a Carla type money.
Yeah.
Well, to have a good life here in Medellin, I think that around 1.72 million to have a good life.
Okay.
Like to
That
pay
pays
rent.
rent.
Yeah.
Maybe help the family, because
Yeah,
many people help their
exactly.
families.
Yeah, that would be good, but obviously we always want more.
Yeah. So 2 million would be like the baseline, or 1.7.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
1.7,
good.
So that's like 500, 600 US.
Yeah.
Less. A little under 600
Well,
US.
1.7, if you think about it, that's more than twice the minimum wage.
Exactly.
So that's a pretty good job here. If
Yeah.
you're making 2 million pesos, 1.7.
it would be a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you made it out of Manrique alive and pretty. So don't hog the information.
What?
It's not just about you. It's about the people out there.
Boy,
how
yeah.
they can become like you. So I want to know, what would you tell another girl that lived a block?
I can't believe that Felipe has a sign. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
He has a sign that he just pulls it up and says, "Clear your throat."
Yeah, put that up on the thing so you guys can see why I cleared my throat.
you
so
gotta
aggressively. Give
yeah.
Andrew that the whole
You
thing.
gotta paint like a little
Yeah.
chicken on there.
Yeah,
a little
clear your
chicken.
throat.
Yeah. You know that in Spanish when you have like phlegm in your throat, it's called pollo.
Pollo?
Pollo.
Yeah.
I had like 7 pollos just now. and I was
Gross.
trying-
That's so
You see,
gross.
Gargajo.
This is what I love about this
pollo.
show, man. I'm out here trying to disguise the fact that I had like 8 pollos in my throat, and then they
like-
bring out a sign. And
Oh. Yeah. That was
La
our-
finca.
the finca. One of the finca pictures.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah. We looked
Fabulous.
cool back there.
yeah.
No, I wasn't even in it. That's why we're cool.
So now that the pollo is flown out of my my throat, what would you say? Another girl from Manrique, let's say you had a little sister, don't know if you do or don't, and she's coming on up, and you're like, listen, you want to make it out of there? Here's what you do. What would you say?
Learn English.
Learn English.
Learn.
Only English or any other language?
English is very important.
Okay.
Like here, it is very, very important because like when I finished to study industrial design, like I decided to learn English because I knew it was easier to get a job with English.
Wow,
So
okay.
and it was in fact like I didn't even know English completely, and I find the job super
But are
easy.
you just giving just a bit of the information because okay, a girl can learn English.
Yeah.
Yes, she'll get a better job maybe in tourism. Maybe she can get a job where she makes tips and tours or whatever. But is there like a second thing? What's the second thing after that?
Well, just like for me, just believe in yourself. And if you want to get something, just believe you can do it. Go for it. Like work for that, and you're gonna get it. Sooner or later, you're gonna get it.
That's a good question. That brings up a really good point. I'll make this point first, and then just a brief question before we take a little break here. Do you think that normally girls from barrios or neighborhoods like Manrique or maybe even lower suffer from like self-esteem or self-belief, self-motivation?
Yes, a lot. I've seen that a lot.
Why is
around
that?
there. Well, because like the guys there around there, they always are looking for the girl with more boobs, more ass, like the prettiest one, like the perfect type of girl.
So
you know?
guys in general.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
guys in general.
yeah, and more here in Medellin because like in Medellin for women, it is like that little thing is crazy. I mean, girls has to be beautiful because it's supposed that here in Medellin are the most beautiful girls around Colombia.
Oh, okay.
So
there's like a
the
bar.
pressure,
Yeah.
pressure for girls here, it is like
I've noticed
not
that
good.
even girls as like little, the mom's already showing them how to do their hair.
exactly
dress
like putting on
well,
makeup,
yeah.
all that stuff, and I really don't like that.
Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you got a whole bunch of beautiful people, and you can look at them, and you already know, like, wow, like, based on society's definition, at least, or our country's definition, they're all way more pretty or marketable than you are. You gotta feel a bit pressured, into wanting to.
Oh my God,
conform.
that just reminded me. We were on the way to Barranquilla this past weekend. We were at the airport. We landed at the airport, and me and Joel, we ran into Miss Colombia.
Miss Colombia, we
we'll
want you
throw
on
up
here.
that picture, Felipe, of Miss Colombia,
And me looking awkward.
she was like head and shoulders taller than Joel. First of all,
Now we're height bashing me, man. Okay, I'm short and old. Fuck you.
no, she was wearing like the high heels, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, of
platforms
course.
this big. She's not that tall.
And what
but
did I tell her? Do you remember what I told her
You
first?
you told her she's beautiful.
No, before that, I walked up and I was like, no. I was gonna ask you for a photo of it with your shoes. And she started laughing. That's what I told her. And
Yeah,
then
but she
ignored
was
me.
noticeably like gorgeous. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I've got something that's been burning up my mind. I'm like in a furnace. Word on the street is that down in Manrique, Alex's nickname is La Peruana.
La Peruana.
Yeah, she actually had at Carnival.
Big
She was
Peruvian.
rolling around with a badge
Yeah.
that said La Peruana.
La Peruana.
Tell us about that. Tell us a bit about why they call you the Peruvian.
Just because I live in Peru.
It's not because you're Inca looking.
No.
Okay.
Inca looking. So tell us about Peru. How do you like it? Are you living in the capital city?
Yeah, I'm living in Lima. It's pretty nice. Well, I'm living in Miraflores. That is like a very it's like Poblado in Medellin. So
Okay.
it's pretty nice.
Is it more expensive there or cheaper there to live?
It's more expensive. It like the coin is practically the same, like changed into dollars.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
But it's more expensive there than here.
Yeah, no, she was saying that the coin is similar to the Colombian
Yeah,
exchange
exactly.
to dollars.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like 3-to-1 or
Yeah.
3.5 to 1. But
Yes.
where you live in Miraflores is
Uh-huh.
more expensive.
It's more expensive.
Than
You believe in destiny?
No.
Okay, cool. I was hoping you'd say yes, so my next question would make sense. But anyways,
Wait, ask me.
do you believe in destiny?
No. So next time.
All right, so good. Now that I got 2 no's in a row, that's a sign of lack of interest. No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm curious. What's the question?
The translation of Miraflores is
In English? Flower looking? No.
Well, I was gonna say look at
Watch
the flowers, but okay.
Miraflores, yeah. Watching
Nah,
flowers,
look at the
looking
flowers.
flowers.
Watch the flowers.
I have no idea.
Watch
I
the
don't know.
flowers. Well, I'm just saying you have 2 sleeves covered in flowers. You love flowers.
And
you're
you live
living
in
in a place
Miraflores.
called Miraflores.
Oh my God. I just got it.
Boom! Mind equal blown. And
I
that's
just
what
died
happens
in
here.
your arms tonight.
That's what I do when I don't know the words. I just go. Must have
Must have been something to say.
Yeah, it must have been
Okay,
something you said.
so all right, so Peru and compared to Medellin and Lima, what would you say is like the best thing about Medellin Peru?
Yeah.
Surfing.
Oh, the surfing, yeah. They have the longest left-handed wave in the world, I believe. Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm learning to surf.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I'm on it. I love it. I deeply love it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really, really good. Well, the only bad thing about it is that it is not sand.
It's rocky?
Rocky.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's bad
And
for me.
that hurts a lot.
I can't even swim in sand. I ain't trying to swim on top of no rocks. What am I?
Is it true that it's gray all the time?
Yeah, it's gray all the time. But well, lately it's been very blue. But normally, like most of the days, it's super gray. Super gray. It's
Right.
boring sometimes.
What do you think? What do you think Colombia could learn from, or Medellin could learn from Lima or Miraflores?
And vice versa.
Recycling.
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 There's a lot of recycling there.
A lot of recycling. Like every 2 blocks, they have like these cans where you can recycle like the plastic bottles, glass, paper, carton, like all these kind of stuffs.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Do your family in Manrique recycle?
Yeah, all my life I've recycled all my life.
You're a bougie little girl, aren't you? You like from like some sort of classy ass. I never thought. I expected more ghetto from you. You know what I mean,
No,
Alex?
my
You're like
family it is not that. No, we are a good family.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
good. Yeah, it seems
Despite
like
of the neighborhood, we are a good family.
Yeah.
She's an excommunicated poopy, basically.
no, but I know a couple other people that live in or that are from Manrique, and they're still ghetto. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're still like Alex. Damn it, I forgot my other question.
Have you ever been to Manrique, Andrew?
Yeah, we've been to. Remember, we used to go we partied there a couple times on La 45.
La 45.
Yeah, we've been there too. Remember, we had like a
Like
bottle of tequila.
he was way too drunk, probably.
We had a bottle of tequila. We went. Wait, maybe you didn't go.
I didn't go. I was never invited.
No. We went with Sylvia to that hip hop night at that club. Remember?
Yeah.
They were
No,
playing
that
like
was
Dr.
Bello.
Dre. No, that wasn't Bello.
Oh.
That was Manrique.
Okay.
That's like a very big difference. Bello and Manrique.
I tend not to frequent the ghettos of Medellin.
Joel doesn't cross the river. If it goes
I
across the
live in
river.
a 2-mile radius.
Yeah.
I go to Ijamia and that's it. That's as far as I go.
But anyway, I remember my next question. So you said that the recycling is awesome over there, and that's something that Medellin can learn. What about vice versa? What is something that Medellin has that you love that maybe Lima doesn't have?
Culture.
What do you mean?
We are, like for example, they call metro culture.
Okay.
Like you gotta walk by your right, and you gotta watch for others, for yourself. And I mean, yeah, it is in general culture because, like for example, driving, it is crazy there.
And we think it's crazy here. I can't imagine
It's
in
worse.
Lima it's worse over there.
It's the worst thing in the world. Like normally I transport in a bicycle there, and I gotta watch for myself a lot because like I can get hit by a car like super easy. Super easy.
Yeah.
And they don't like when they are talking, for example, like normally you wait for the other to finish talking and they just go.
Not us. Not us.
Not us.
We got a comment on here saying that we always cut our guests off. And when they said when I say we, I think they meant me. I cut the shit out of them. I'm like, all right, you're talking the bullshit. I want to ask you a next thing. Okay, yeah. But all right.
Yeah. Well, Medellin, the culture here in Medellin is way better than the culture in Peru.
Yeah. And I think, I guess kind of lost in translation there because I've heard people use it in Spanish, la cultura. And when we say culture in English, we think about like, I don't know, like
dancing.
Dancing.
Oh, no.
History and
festivals
no.
and stuff like that. Culture.
It's like
you mean-
behavior, you know?
Yeah, like general.
the way you behave like when you are outside.
Manners.
Good
That's what we
manners,
call
yeah.
it.
Exactly.
That's what,
Yeah,
manners. That's what I was going to say. Good
yes.
manners.
I grew up
Okay.
with my mother saying, "Manners maketh man." How do you translate that? Manners maketh man.
Oh, maketh man.
Yeah, so that's like a little English saying that manners make you the man you are, or makes you a man.
La cultura hace
Like-
al caballero.
Yeah, because not just el caballero, because without manners and without that, without having manners, you'd just be an animal.
But
Exactly.
that's the saying here, like la cultura hace al caballero. Manners make
exactly.
the man.
Hey, cheers to Medellin culture.
And Incas, which I'm very fascinated with. By whom I am.
That used to be my favorite soda, because
Inca Cola?
Yeah, Inca Cola, and Peruvian food as a whole is so good.
Our Peruvian food is great.
Yeah.
Is it better
I mean-
better than Colombian food?
Yes.
Woof.
I mean, yeah, of course.
And that's a big thing, people. For a Colombian woman to say another country's food is better, that's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, no, I love food, and well, here, like we have good restaurants, we can eat good around here, Poblado, Laureles, whatever. But Colombian food, like if you go to a menú del día, it is not something like awesome. No, it is something very normal.
Is that because probably because Peru had a lot more immigration? I think Peru has a lot of Chinese folks, don't they?
Or
Yes,
Japanese.
a
Is it
lot.
Japanese? I think it's Japanese.
Yeah,
influence.
Japanese.
Japanese.
And I do know the difference, folks. In case you're gonna come with your bullshit, I just thought it was more Chinese. Okay, so Japanese.
And then Peruvian food is regarded as one of the best gastronomies in the world.
Yes, exactly.
The whole
It's
world.
been, I think it's been like 3 years or more in the road, like the capital of the gastronomy around the world.
What's your
Wow.
favorite dish
Something
out
like
there? What do you eat?
What's your favorite dish?
Sanguche.
El sandwich is really good. In fact, the lomo
what is
fino is
What's it
awesome.
called?
Sandwich.
Sandwiche?
Sandwich.
What is it, like a sandwich?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
exactly
the
the same,
same,
it's
but
just
it's
a sandwich.
better.
but
You know,
it's
guys, I
called
went to Peru
sanguche.
and I had the most amazing sandwich.
They are
not
really,
really-
really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the seafood is amazing. Like the ceviche is great because like the sea is just right there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they just like there are a lot of restaurants that serve the food like with the fish from the same day. Like
Yeah.
The ceviche,
Catch up the day.
I think the ceviche is like, it will be like the flagship dish
Oh, yeah.
of Peruvian
Well,
cuisine.
yeah, and I remember that when we used to go to a lot of Peruvian restaurants in California, like my family, we used to love going there. We're Colombian. We would go to Peruvian restaurants because they're so good. The main thing, one of the main dishes was always ají de gallina.
oh yeah, so
That was
good.
like everybody knows ají de gallina. 'cause
So
it's,
good.
It's Peruvian, yeah, yeah.
And also that the causa. La causa,
causa.
it is like super typical in Peru.
And what are their drinks called? The
Pisco.
Pisco.
Uh-huh.
Pisco
The
sours and stuff?
Pisco
You
sour,
like those?
maracuya sour is really good.
You don't really
Maracujá.
drink though.
I don't really drink. I'm drinking today because
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
of the podcast. Just because of that, guys.
Yeah. Today you were
And
gonna
because-
pass out.
And because we're gonna go to dance salsa later.
So okay, so that leads into my next question. What is the nightlife in Lima, Peru, compared to Medellin? Is it better?
No. Wait.
It's better in Medellin.
It's better in Medellin, yeah.
It's better Medellin, but you made a statement. We were out at Carnival, and she
Just
made a statement.
with salsa.
Yeah. Hold
Just
on,
talking
hold
about
on,
salsa.
guys and girls, Colombian men and women all one of you that tune into this show. She made a statement that made me drop my drink basically and spat out when she's like, "No, in Peru, salsa way better." And she did this thing like way, she comes out of the bathroom, so way better. And I'm like, wait, what's way better? And according to you,
According to me.
I didn't know this. The intonation is really good at the salsa.
It is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Then they dance very well. They put salsa all the time. You
Yeah.
can hear salsa everywhere. Here,
Okay.
you just listen despecho music.
Yeah. Well,
That's horrible.
I could agree with that. Even like in Los Angeles, you go to the salsa scene there is definitely better than the salsa scene in Medellin, but it doesn't compare it to like the salsa scene in Cali.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't been in Cali very long time ago. I was very little, and I was in a competition.
A salsa competition?
No.
Jesus, I was like,
Yeah, I was like, holy
no,
shit.
I'm not dancing.
Well,
anyway.
we're not going to go dance salsa. You're going
Not
to
bad.
go over there and
no.
kick us around.
Back when I was 3, competing in nationals. Yeah.
No, I was a gymnastic
Oh, yeah, you were a gymnast.
for 11 years. So I was
Really?
for that. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You could have told
That's
us
what
that.
you
That's
could have started
interesting.
out with. That you're
That's
gym
right.
talking
That's
about.
something that I completely
Talking
forgot.
about you
I'm
could
sorry.
read demons and spirits and like.
Whoa!
Oh,
shit.
sorry.
I did not look. Everybody knows I looked away. I'm the only gentleman here, me and Carla.
Carla didn't look either.
I can't.
I had to look because she was putting her leg on top of her head. For those of you listening on podcast,
Don't fucking try to me too me on
Yeah.
this show. I did not look.
check the
Did not look.
timestamp. Check the timestamp and go look at the YouTube video because that was
You may have
impressive.
seen me go like this in slow motion. Huh?
No.
Yeah. Like,
If anyone is going to me too you, it's me.
what? What?
All right, time for a commercial break. We have been sponsored by
By Me
Inter
Too.
Cola.
We're sponsored by Me Too.
Yeah, by the Me Too movement. Me and Andrew too. Yeah, so nightlife is better here, and you said that the Peruvian men and women know how to throw down better in salsa, but can they? When J Balvin comes on, do they panic?
Yes.
They panic.
Yes.
You're like, what are you doing to my booty right now? Like
Yeah.
this is not. What are you doing? This is not. Yeah, it's not right. So people in Medellin dance better. to
Wait,
reggaeton.
what was that?
I don't know what that was. I think this rum is finally kicking in.
Yes,
She had half a cup of rum and
Yeah, she's booty popping.
popping her
Felipe
booty.
is over here making incognito jokes with me, which I need to break out like Google to understand. Carla's over there she's been laughing the whole time. I don't know what she's laughing at. We haven't said one damn thing.
By the way,
funny.
Carla is the best audience. Her and Michael. Her and Michael. I wish Michael was here. They'd just be both laughing the whole time at our stupid shit. All right, so moving on.
Okay.
Joel, you have another question?
I just want to know what it's like dating a Peruvian man.
I have no idea. I haven't done
Wait,
that.
what?
And I wouldn't like to do that.
Why?
Wait, what?
Wow,
Wait,
what?
is this drink really kicking in? What do you mean you would not like
What
to
was that?
date a Peruvian man?
I want a gaff goof.
Why?
Gaff.
Why? What? Her face.
Wait. Her answer was, no, I want a gaff goof gaff goof.
I want a gaff goof.
I want a gaff goof.
I just want a gaff goof goof.
I wouldn't want a gaff gaff goof.
What is happening? God bless the kappa. Holy shit.
Okay. Let's ask the question again.
Let's do it again. So what is it like dating a Peruvian man?
I haven't dated.
I goofed off again. She
got
did
goofed
it.
off, goof.
Okay.
All right.
Get serious, guys, please.
Yeah.
Serious. This
So
is
what
a
you
serious
said?
podcast.
So what is translate goof gop for us? Tell the audience what you mean by that. We all want to know. They're waiting.
Yeah.
This is going to be the hardest episode to translate ever.
No, like I'm not dating.
Oh, you're not dating anybody.
Well, I have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
Is that what goof gop gop means? Like a girl comes up, she's like, Joelle, are you seeing anyone right now? Nah, goof gop gop. Gop gop goof. Goof.
Wait, maybe that's her boyfriend's name. Goof Gop.
I didn't know Peruvian names.
My boyfriend Goof Gop.
Oh my god, I saw it.
He's way better looking than his name.
So your boyfriend isn't Peruvian?
No, he's from Spain, yeah.
Oh, Goof Gop.
Oh yeah, goof gop. Spain.
So that's interesting. Sorry, Felipe is dying over there. He's getting his pollos out. Wait, where's the sign? Where's the sign?
Yeah, you call him.
Clear your throat.
You call him Goof for short, or what do you call him? Hey, Goof. So much. What is happening? We're throwing signs around now. Okay, so you're not
Clear your
dating.
throat.
You're not dating a Peruvian
I'm
man.
not dating,
I'm gonna
no.
come back to why you said you would not want to do that. But so you're dating a Spaniard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did you meet Goof Guff?
Well, I used to work here as a tour guide,
Yeah.
and he went to one of my tours.
Oh.
Did he have the little scarf, the red one that they wear?
No.
Like they only wear that like when they're running of the bulls. They don't wear that always.
Oh, I thought that it's like an everyday.
Just wear my red turban or whatever it is.
Neck turban. Anyways, so everyone ignore this part of the podcast. We just trying to really get to know Goof. And so how long have you been dating him?
Since
Jesus, this is embarrassing. You got
6,
Carla doing math for you on the chair, and she's not
7 months.
7 months.
How does Carla know more than you about Goof?
Because she has a good memory, I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smoke a bit of weed, do you?
Yeah.
When I say,
Well, that's actually interesting. Do they? Is there good weed in
Yeah, it's
in
good.
Peru?
Yeah, it's good. But obviously more expensive. But
Really?
it's good, yeah.
weed is cheap in Manrique, isn't it?
Obviously, super cheap.
Super duper.
When did you start smoking?
Woo!
What age? What was the first time you had a spliff?
A spliff,
Yeah.
but a spliff is different to a joint.
A joint.
Okay. When was the first time you smoked weed?
14 years old.
Oh.
Dang. And do you smoke with Goof?
Well,
So, please call him
He-
Mr. Guff.
Mr. Goof?
Mr. Guff.
Mr. Guff.
His last
Mr.
name.
Guff.
well, he doesn't smoke that much. He just smokes when he's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's gonna get stupid and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I would never, like, if I'm going to a party, I'm not going to go smoke a joint. 'Cause I'd be
exactly.
like,
Yeah, he doesn't do like the way I do. Yeah.
So is that like a prerequisite for a person at 14 years old in Manrique? You gotta like smoke or you're not cool. Like, is that a
Yeah,
cool
exactly,
thing?
yeah.
But no, I'm being serious. It's like, you know, if you're the kid in Manrique back when you were a kid, which you still are, and you didn't smoke, would people think you're like, you know, you're just like a poopy?
Well, yeah. Well,
whose mom?
I studied in a private school, and they were all like super cool, and they were all like smoking weed and stuff, and I was part of the popular team of the of the school, and I didn't do it, but I did it, and I stayed there.
So you were a popular kid in school.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are you a popular kid now, Alex?
yeah.
But like with who? Like Carla? That doesn't actually count.
Yeah, that counts.
Like one fan.
Popular.
That
Carla and
counts.
Simon.
Carla is popular here.
She's a guest on the best podcast of Medellin. I count as being
Yes,
pretty cool.
she's popular.
Pretty popular.
You're a cool kid
obviously.
now.
All right.
Yeah. That's how we became cool. We just had to.
I did with Carla.
Yeah, we did a podcast with
We,
Carla.
we needed to
Very
create the cool. We needed to create the
We
cool.
need to interview the cool to be cool.
Yes, of course.
Just a bunch of dorks.
So you,
That's the key to succeed.
So you're a serial dater. We've gathered that. And you smoke weed. So you dated. How? Oh, all right. Here's a question for you. A personal question for the Alex V. How many countries of people?
How many countries have you
dated?
dated? Yes.
Yeah.
How many countries have you dated?
How many flags do you have, Carla?
Dang.
Don't ask that.
I'm not
said-
going to answer that question.
she's-
Next.
All right. You got more than 5
Okay.
flags.
How many continents have you?
I used to be a tour guide. I'm just going to say that.
I used to be a tour guide too. Anybody else used to be a tour guide? I was a tour guide. Tour guide, baby. All the time. Somebody in
Okay.
the audience, we're not going to name
It's
her.
my interview, not yours.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. All the
So you were a tour guide, and so you've obviously dated 52 countries.
Yeah.
So this Spanish guy, Goof Guff, he is he different than dating like a person from a guy from Medellin?
Yes.
What's the biggest difference?
Well, guys from here, they are like cheater lovers.
What's that?
What?
Cheater lovers.
Cheaters. Oh, they're cheaters.
Yes,
They're
are.
cheaters.
Definitely, they are.
Oh my God, I heard
Really?
something else.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
I'm there
what?
with you. Like I heard the T word. And I'm like,
I heard
say what?
guys from Medellin are titty lovers. I was like,
No,
okay.
I heard her say they are Cheetos lovers.
Oh.
Cheaters.
Okay,
A lot of people. I like Cheetos.
So they love to cheat?
Yes. Like, well, I don't know if they love it, but they do it a lot. Like, I mean, every guy I know from here, they have cheated their girlfriend.
Wait, you know me and Joel. We've never cheated.
We're not
But
from
you're
here.
not from Medellin.
I've been here 10 years.
No,
I've
you're
been,
not
I've been
from
here.
Medellin.
Oh, hey, get this on
No.
camera. I've been here.
No.
I've been here for 8 years and I've never cheated on Andrew.
God damn it! You stole my joke.
Damn it. Damn it, Joel. Trying to come out of the closet in this episode.
This is our coming out episode number 29. Me and Andrew are a couple.
Well, it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so
already
you think
knew that.
okay. So question for you on that. I know we're just brushing over it, but it's a very big topic, and you'll hear foreigners talk about it. You know, a lot of girls will say they like foreign guys are colder. They're not as affectionate as Latin guys.
Yeah.
But they like that foreign guys. It's sort of like what you see is what you get. Like if he's cold or whatever, at least he's cold with you, but you know he's like being honest. A lot of guys will be like, yeah, well, you know, my girl, her boyfriend cheated on her, boyfriend cheated on her, boyfriend cheated on her, and it's a huge deal. Where do you think this cheating culture, and you're obviously saying there is a cheating culture here, so I'm not putting those words in your mouth, but where do you think that comes from? Why is that?
Well, I'm not blaming girls, but we have really hot girls around here.
Oh, so it's like you think it's temptation. There's
Temptation.
too much temptation.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, and I.
And well, I say it by myself because I love girls around here.
Oh,
Say what?
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I was just
This is the first time I'm speechless on the phone on the
Can you put your
podcast.
face closer and say that again. So we're all like, then me and you and Andrew we're in the same plane. We've all taken the red pill. Say it.
I love girls around here.
Yeah.
Andrew, can you repeat? I love girls.
I love girls.
Yeah, I
around
love girls
here.
around here too. So, but I could see that, and I think because I could not cheat on someone. It would be very hard for me to do it and like look them in the face the next day or whatever, and be like, "Oh, you're my girl, you're my baby," and stuff like that. So that's why I have not been in like a serious relationship in Medellin because there's so many. It's like a kid in a candy store sometimes. But I think as I'm getting older, I'm thinking like, okay, I've done that now. Maybe it's time to get serious. So maybe I'll just go to Peru or something. Find myself Mrs. Goofguff.
Yeah. Man, I'd love to see you with the goof golf, bro. I would support the fuck out of that. Carla would support that.
Yeah.
Felipe would support that. You goofing around over
And
there,
gaffing around?
goofing and gaffing. No,
Yeah.
but so the cheating culture is big. Do you find that you have dated guys from the U.S. or Canada?
Yes.
And would you agree, for the fellas listening, that they're colder or less affectionate than others, or what do you think?
Oh, well, from the US or Canada,
Yeah.
they are not cold. They are really loving guys.
From the U.S. and Canada.
Yes, they are.
Okay, let me get a quick story on that. My brother just freaked out.
But wait.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The thing is that like they are loving. They are like the difference between guys from here and guys from America or Canada is that guys from here are very flirting, you know?
Very flirty, huh?
And being loving is a very different thing.
Oh,
So that's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
Yeah.
the guys here will say nice things.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
flirt a lot.
Yeah.
And talk the talk.
But
Yeah,
do
the talking.
do they back up their words here? Like if a guy like
Ay,
the
amor, whatever, yeah.
I can't do it properly. Like this is a goof gap. And do they actually live up to all that talk? Are they really like affectionate with you? Do they do nice things? Do they hold doors? Do they cook you meals? Do they do the things that me and Andrew do every day?
Exactly. Like the guys from there, if they do care about you, they are gonna watch out for you. I mean, they are gonna take you to nice places, to their favorite places. They are gonna cook for you. They are gonna pay attention to what you like and do what you like. The guys from here, they just talk and blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and that's it.
Men listening in from here, like seriously,
Yeah.
up your game because the foreigners are coming.
Yeah. Oh, well, but I mean, it's easy to generalize, and
Yeah.
speak generally.
Yeah.
But
It's
I'm sure
easy.
there are exceptions.
Yes,
Here's
of
okay.
course.
Well, here's a general. I don't know what you've heard, Andrew, but I've heard from, and this is dating back to 2011, the old days, 2011. When I'd ask girls, I was like, oh, so what about guys from here? They're like, yeah, they're nice, but they want us to be like their moms.
Oh,
Have you heard that?
yeah, of course. Well, the thing with the girls from here is that they want everything done.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It is like they just want the guys to do everything for them.
Really?
Really?
I'm talking about the
Well,
opposite perspective.
I'm not generalizing.
Yeah.
But a lot of girls, I know a lot of girls from here, and they are like, I want my guy just work, and I don't want to do anything. I just want to.
Oh, you mean like provide everything?
Provide.
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the girl will do everything in the house, like cook and clean.
Well, they not even want to do that.
Really?
But yeah, they just want a mom and dad in a boyfriend.
A sugar daddy.
like a
But wait, what I was telling you was that what I'd heard was that, and I asked girls, and I swear I've heard this from many girls, they said that they get a boyfriend and they don't want to do shit for themselves, meaning they don't want to make their own food. They don't want to
Clean their own
clean their
clothes.
own stuff. They drop their stuff. And I was dating a girl years ago, and she literally used to clean up behind her brother. Why? Because her dad basically said, I don't want to raise a marica, which means I don't want to be, and this is the truth. He doesn't want to raise any gay guy, and that's like homophobic. So
Yeah.
his son shouldn't be cleaning and picking up his own underwear
Yeah,
from the bathroom. So she used to pick up his underwear from the ground where he changed his clothes.
Yeah.
You know, and what the girls were saying is that, and I've noticed that here. Like for example, you know, there's some folks. I mean, Felipe. I watched like how Felipe's mom is with him, and she babies the shit out of him. That's like, so for real. I've never seen that with any. I've got people whose moms in Canada or in the US are close to them, but nothing like, oh, this is my baby. Like he's a grown ass man, and she's like, this is my baby. And
He's gonna say something.
But what I'm saying is that that's a very Colombian thing. Here in Colombia, I watch it men, and I'm not knocking it because there's a.
Well, I don't know
pros and
about
cons.
Colombia. At least in Medellin, it is like that's something I've seen. I've never lived extensively in other places.
But you have seen other places where a man holds his mom's hand and walks through the mall for like an hour, like hand in hand.
I've never
That's
seen it in
amazing. I've never
Bogota.
seen that.
I've never saw it in Bogota when I lived there for 6 months.
Oh, really?
But I
So
saw
it's
it here.
amazing.
Yeah.
Just for the record, my mom lives with me, not the other way around.
Wait, what?
Say what is that?
Just for the record, my
You
mom.
say goof gaff? What are you
Yes.
saying?
Just for the record, my mom lives with me and not the other way around.
Dang. Taking care.
Okay.
So taking care of the
He
I
mom.
don't say
made it
anything
clear.
about the living arrangement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because,
Just
no,
you to
you just
know.
paint a pretty pathetic image of me.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said, and by the way, but I said that his mom is like, this is my baby.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Is that what is
no,
that?
but it's very different. That she likes to joke like that because she takes pride in the fact that I am her son.
Yeah. No,
different.
but that's what
But it's
he's
not a
saying.
that's not a negative thing.
But that's not typical. For example,
No,
in the
no,
US for
yeah,
like
no,
moms to
I
do
understood
that.
what you were
Yeah.
saying before that a lot of guys here basically want to, when they're looking for a quote unquote girlfriend, they're looking for mom point 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking for mom point?
Hell no, I'm not even for point 1.
I'm gonna send your mom this clip and tell her what you
Yeah,
said.
you can. She's probably aware of that.
It's like I'm not trying to replace you, mom.
Yeah. Heartbreak. Okay, so again, cheating's a big deal. I'm saying that they're trying to replace their moms with their girlfriends. What's your perspective, Andrew, on the whole like dating of got a question for you. What is the difference for you with dating a Paisa girl or a Colombian girl and dating a girl back home?
Well, I mean, it's kind of night and day. Saying in respects to women back in Southern California are very, very much independent. Even if they did live with their parents when I was there, I was 29. That was the last time I was in the U.S. and in California, and dating girls, that were 25 or whatever. They would still be living with their parents, but they were still very independent. They had jobs. They were either going to university and had a job, or were living away from their home already. So they were very independent. So they had there's a different attitude there. So it's like, I don't need you type of attitude, or like you have to prove yourself to me for me to even have a conversation with you and talk to you or go on a date with you. And that's a game. And literally it has become a whole business for some men to sell other men packages on how to play that game in the United States.
Like just how to speak to a woman,
Yeah,
how to approach a woman.
Right, in that context, because that game doesn't necessarily translate well here, and we've seen it with some of the guys that
Come here.
have come here that are dating experts or dating coaches that just get bashed on because a lot of the times you don't need that game here, because here women already want to talk to you. People are friendly. It's not just women, just people in general are friendly. So to answer your question, the biggest difference is that you can literally go up to someone here and talk to them. In my case, a female, talk to a female immediately and have her interested in your conversation, even if it's just small talk, as opposed to in the US where you have to play the room, play the game, go for my target girl, break the what is it? Break the circle because she might be with a circle. Go talk to the ugly friend so you get to the hot friend. Literally, this is strategies and shit. That there's books, and millions of dollars that run to do this. Where here, it's like you just go like this at a salsa club, and she'll dance with you, and you're touching her, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm touching this girl, and I don't know how to dance.
And you just jiggle uncontrollably, just jiggle your body till she
dancing
leaves.
is a trouble for foreigners.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. So what type of advice would you give a guy or girl? You're not going to discriminate. They're
Okay.
coming down here. They're trying to find... Okay, some people are coming here to hook up. You know, they're just here for a hot person, a hot body, warm body, a fling, or they just want to find a hot Latino boy or girl that they can walk around with and be like, wow, she's beautiful, right? And love. What would your tip be? One, to the person who's coming down here just trying to attract a mate.
Oh, wow.
Just pour this Zacapa as I listen to you say this, give the answer.
You just, for me, you just gotta be a very nice person. You gotta make love.
Make love?
You gotta make love and be a nice person. What are you, a hippie?
Gotta make love.
Woodstock?
Very nicely.
Just make love.
For us, for Colombia, we love laughing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, not every.
On cue, she's just like cackling.
We love laughing and we love having fun with our friends. And if you try to get into our circle, you gotta be the same as my friends, you know?
Oh, okay.
So you gotta be natural, and you gotta make me laugh, and you gotta share with my friends too, not just with me. Because if you just pay attention just to me, I'm gonna feel
Oh
my God, I'm not feeling very comfortable. Right. So you gotta get into my circle, and after that you can get into.
So you see, the game exists everywhere.
Well, no, but I was just I literally was thinking about that because in the United States, well, at least in Southern California, where I'm from, being yourself is not always cool. You know, like for example, if you go into a club and you start dancing however you feel, people be like, the heck, this guy is on crack, or, what kind of ecstasy pill is he on? Or even just in a group, like you're making a stupid joke or whatever, and the people don't know you, they might be judging you right away, and they're like, I don't want to be embarrassed by this person.
Yeah.
And I've known... What?
All right. Oh,
Dang, you just downed the whole thing?
That was so strong. I didn't know. Oh.
You're going to have a good night. Don't worry.
Well... Well, and we have a couple friends that are...
Like that.
Goofgoffs.
Goofgoffs.
Yeah. Not your boyfriend Goofgoff, but...
Yeah, different type.
Goofy and Gaffy.
Gaffy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
And back in the U.S., they'd probably be... You'd look at this person and be in your circle and be like, wow, this guy's goofy and kind of embarrassing to be with. But then here, nobody looks at it that way. No, what I've noticed is that people are accepting of you being yourself, because it's genuine and it's not as judgmental, I think, as especially Southern California. That's definitely a different animal, Southern California than all of North America. But I guess moving on.
No, I don't want to move on yet.
Well,
I'm not ready to
to
move
your
on
next
from
point.
This topic. My same point. I'm on this dating topic. So I'm gonna ask you ever been on a fucked up date with a foreigner?
I think all of us.
What's the worst date?
Us.
What's the worst date? Do you have a worst
Talk
date?
about it. Don't call his name.
Yes, I've had the worst date. It was horrible. I went to meet him in a public place, in a restaurant, and I wanted to eat. I'm always hungry. I wanted to eat, and he was like, no, let's go to eat to my house. And I obviously said no, obviously not. Let's eat.
First
here.
date.
Yeah, first date.
Tinder?
But were you talking to him?
No, he talked to me on Facebook, and I found him attractive. So whatever.
Yeah.
And I said no, obviously not. Let's eat here, let's drink here, and I'm gonna go to my home after this.
Right.
And at the end he was he wasn't talking at all. I was asking questions, making the scene a little bit like different.
Like dancing salsa? What are you doing?
No,
Like making conversation.
yeah, making conversation. And I asked him like at the end, like, why don't you talk? And he was like, no, I'm not that kind of guy. I think that talking it is not good.
Talking is not good.
Yeah, and I was like, what? So what do you think? Like, how do you?
Do you sing? Do you sing?
Sorry.
Oh, I honestly thought you said, do you sing?
Do you think?
What do you think?
Okay, it is wrong. I'm sorry.
Do you sing is a great question. I'd be like, no. How did you guys answer mine?
Well,
no.
I mean, if the guy said, I think talking is not good.
It's
you'd be
not
like, well,
good, yeah.
Did you sing?
Do you
No.
sing?
Sing me something.
And I said like what do you think
Bésame.
is good for a first date? And he was like, no, I just like to look at you and
I just like to look at you.
And I was like, you're weird. Like I just was like, I got scared and I just took my bike and I left
You went on a bike?
on a bicycle. Yeah.
You showed up to the date on a bike?
Why is Carla laughing?
Bicycle. I'm always on a bicycle.
In Medellin?
Yes.
With the helmet?
Yes.
So you
He
showed
probably
up.
thought you're weird.
Yeah.
This guy wanted to send you an Uber. You threw your bike on top of the Uber and showed up.
I told him before.
She's like a goof golf specialist.
Ring ring.
He's like, this girl's weird. We ain't talking.
I'm not weird. A lot of people here ride bicycle all the time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I am one of them. So
That's
it is
good.
not
Hey, big
weird.
props to that. You're
Big
saving the
props,
planet.
yeah.
You're saving
Yes,
the planet.
of course.
Give me a high five too.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good for your body and for the planet.
So weirdest date is a dude showed up, said he's not into talking. He's here to look at you.
Yeah, and
That's
he wanted
nice.
to fuck with me, obviously, but I didn't let him.
You mean sleep with you?
Fuck.
Wow. On that note, so advice. Okay, so have you ever used Tinder or?
I tried to use Tinder, but I couldn't with
Why?
that. Because the first date I had through Tinder, he was very good looking on the pictures from
You
Tinder.
catfished your ass. You got catfish. You know.
Do you know what a catfish is? Catfish?
You got catfish.
Yeah, I think. Well,
how do you
he
say
was.
catfish in
He
Spanish?
was actually fat, very fat.
Wait, hold on. What's a catfish in Spanish?
I don't know if there's a term in Spanish, but
bagre. But
whoa,
you
whoa,
say
whoa.
bagre for like a very ugly girl.
You don't say you got bagre.
No. But I was trying to tell her
Don't
what
say
a
that.
catfish is. A catfish is a bagre, but in English, it's a saying for when you do that to someone. Show them a beautiful picture.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
start
exactly.
La, la,
Yeah, it was like that.
blah,
You
blah.
you got catfish a couple of years ago.
Andrew got catfish
on
like a year ago.
on like a Tinder date. Yeah. But
Yeah.
That's the girl
few
that ordered
times.
a massive takeout for her family.
Yeah.
Andrew-
So I did. You don't know this
I believe it's episode 6. You told the story.
sex? Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You come back to your catfish story and say, you got
So
catfish.
what about your
Tell
catfish?
us about the catfish.
So he was good looking on
He
Tinder.
was very, very, very good looking.
From the
He-
chin up? From the forehead up. Because you can't hide fat in your face.
No.
No. Like he was posting like old pictures when he was thin. I'm sorry, my English is not very good at this
Oh,
moment.
we understand you.
Don't worry, all the people watching this love it.
Okay, so like, well, I was talking to him, and he was pretty nice person. He was Colombian and American,
Okay, a mix.
and well, everything was perfect. And when I went to meet him, he was fat. I mean, super fat. And I'm sorry, fat guys, but I don't like fat guys.
Sorry, fat guys.
Super fat? Like what is
But-
super fat? Like obese?
But it was it was
like-
a sad story as well, because he lost his mom. So
During the date?
he lost his mom like before we started to talk, like 2 months before.
Oh shit, that's bad.
So I was like, oh my God, this is like so awkward. Like,
Well, maybe he
he
ate-
started crying on the date, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was like, oh my God, what can I do? Like, should I?
He started crying, and that was your first date?
Yes.
That's really well. I mean,
Andrew was about to say something really obnoxious. I'm gonna stop.
He was trying to gain sympathy points with you.
Yeah, but with me it's
Crying.
not. With me it's not that way.
This girl's like, I'm here to fucking eat. Are we gonna eat? Are we gonna eat? You obviously look like you like to eat. Well, I just want to eat. You over here crying your fucking fat ass out here. I'm trying to eat.
well, maybe he got fat because he was depressed.
Yes,
and
I think
it was
so.
eating like depression
Yeah,
eating or
and I
whatever.
saw him like
Comfort
like
eating.
3-4 years after that, and he was like the pictures I saw on Tinder.
Oh, and then you want
and I saw him, and I was like,
So you think at that time he was just getting over his mom's passing?
Obviously, he was just depressed.
yeah, of course, he was depressed. Like I could tell it, like he was so sad.
So, ladies, me and Andrew are just getting over deaths in our family. We will shape up at some point and look a lot better. That's my public service announcement to every woman looking on this show right now. Anyways, don't be you're not straight. This is my natural face.
Okay, so you've used Tinder. Have you ever used Colombian Cupid?
Colombian Cupid?
Oh, you don't know Colombian Cupid?
No, what the fuck is that?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to. Andrew,
No.
have you ever
Okay.
had a bad Tinder date?
No, well,
What's your worst Tinder date?
Well,
in
the one
Colombia?
that I talked about in episode 6, which was where I was talking to the girl and she looked attractive, and she said she had a kid, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't care. We're going on a
You're
date.
a fatherly type.
Yeah, I'm ready to settle down.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my mate.
Play some Uno with you, her,
Yeah,
and the kid.
I want to be a penguin and take care of the baby.
Yes.
So the cab came, and immediately when I saw the cab and I saw the big head, I was like,
What?
Oh my god.
it was big. Like
It looked like a hot air, it looked like
No,
a
no,
balloon.
it was
like she
bigger.
was bringing a balloon in the cab.
no,
for
it was
you, but
bigger than
actually-
literally. I did this. I like pulled up my phone and I was like,
What the fuck?
yeah. I was like, no, I didn't even say what the fuck. I'm like, oh, again. I'm like, that's okay.
Again.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I'm the type of person that is like, because it's happened before. Remember that one time when there was a Medellin Medellin Nacional football game, and I went to eat with this girl, and I just like said, oh, I'm just gonna go home, I'm tired, sent her in the cab, and I went partied with you guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, oh, again, but for me, I'm the type of guy that there's a silver lining to every cloud, and I'm gonna have fun when she gets here. She opened the cab. She looked very different than what was on the picture. She was just bigger, not like you said, very fat.
Yeah.
But she was so fat, so fat.
So how do you
Sorry.
enjoy this, Andrew? Because if you say that you held onto her body and you floated up into the sky and you had an aerial view of the city, I would say that's pretty possible.
No. If she wore a Malcolm X jacket, the helicopters would land on her. But I mean, she wasn't that big. But anyway, she
We bashing all sorts of people. But hey.
No, but I'm not even there. I'm not even,
okay.
I'm
How
not
did
even
you
to the
enjoy
worst part. The worst
let's
part,
go.
or the best
Okay.
part. I still had a great time. We laughed a lot and stuff, and we were at like an Arabian place, a Lebanese place, and and she's like, oh, I've never eaten here before, or this type of food before.
Yeah.
She was from Bello, so it was farther than Manrique, and she's like, I've hardly come out to Lleras or whatever. And obviously I paid her taxi here, and then I got her an Uber back. But we were ordering, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna order this. And then she's like, oh, I want that, and that, and that, and that. And when all the food came, she put it all in a bag and took it back to her family because she's like, my family, because she
Love
lives there. They've never eaten this kind of food, so she ordered a bunch of stuff. But that wasn't bad to me. I thought it was
Okay,
an
yes.
interesting date, and it never happened before. So I thought there was a silver lining. At
Do
least
you
I had
realize
fun.
that when she was ordering food and she said, I want that, I want that.
No, because as she was ordering, she's like, because I want to take this to my mom, I want to take this to my
Even
son.
better.
Yeah, she
Even
was
better.
Like,
Even
she
better.
was labeling
now,
them.
How long did it take her to like order, you think?
No, it's
No, but
like
how
a
many?
regular order. Yeah, like a regular ordering. She just
10
basically.
seconds? 15 seconds?
Yeah, like.
Do you realize that your big-headed girl's order,
Qué asco de
she
persona
had
que hace.
more words than on her whole date with Alex and that
Oh
guy?
yeah, that guy.
Just ordering
That
from a
didn't
fucking
talk.
menu.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't ask for food at any moment. I mean,
So what would you give advice to these type of folks on the Tinders and these different things? What would you tell the foreigners coming down here?
Just don't open Tinder. I mean, I don't like Tinder at all. Like after that, I tried again, and I was just like getting a lot of matches, but I never went to a date again.
Because you're afraid of being catfished?
And not just that, like you never know like what kind
What
of
you gonna
person you're gonna go to meet.
I had that discussion today.
And I don't know. I like to when I date, I like to meet the person first, face to face.
This is why I said at the beginning of this, now things come full circle, the matrix, it's all connected. Alex is 24 years old. She's a millennial or whatever the hell you call these people.
A minion.
A minion. But she's also a centennials. But she's also like 80. She and Maya Angelou are like, if anybody knows who that is, are like best friends. She is like an old spirit. She does not like the technologies for a very long time. I knew Alex, I don't think, had a cell phone. She had a pager.
She had a beeper.
She had like a beeper. You call her. She's like fuck, there's no phone nearby. You know, and no, wait, you think it's a joke? No, I'm not even joking.
No,
People,
you're not.
a year ago, true story, a little excerpt here. A year ago, we were out in Carnival because this is the second Carnival that I've chilled with Alex, who I've grown to think is a very, very cool person, by the way, except for one thing. Because the younger folks are out here to teach me and Andrew about the technologies, the Snapchats, the different chats.
Idea.
And we're rolling down the road, and lo and behold, Alex pulls out like a scrapbook. Like, a motherfucker that you like rip out a magazine of your high school crush and you paste it in and you write some notes. And she's taking notes. I'm like, what are you doing? And literally, I'm like looking at the most beautiful scene, and she's taking notes about it.
Yes.
I'm like, how old are you? And you were 23 then.
Yeah.
Who takes notes?
23.
Oh, what a beautiful dress this girl is wearing. Lovely intersection, sign is slanted. That was you, and I was looking and I was dying. I was holding the book. I'm like, you have that book here?
Yes, I still have it.
still
I
have
don't
it,
have
yeah.
it here,
True
but I still have
story.
it.
True story.
I write every night after my day what happened in the day.
You know what you are?
Yeah.
You're a fucking hipster.
You're
a hipster.
But no, I'm hippie hipster like combination.
Hippie hipster combination.
Combination.
So, last question, Alex.
Yeah.
Alice?
Alex. What's your favorite music
Oh, that's hard.
to dance to?
To dance to salsa.
Would you like to go dance salsa with us?
Yeah, so we're gonna go.
Goof
right now.
Goff, we are going to go dance salsa with your girl. Don't get mad. She's just a friend.
Sorry.
You go over there and dance your lambada or whatever that Spanish thing. What's that Spanish dance? Flamenco?
Macarena.
No, flamenco. For Spain,
Does he does he do that around you? Does he goof that? That's hot though. That was
He
hot.
doesn't know how to dance anything. Sorry, baby. I love you.
Wow.
That has got to be some love. I love my man. He doesn't know how to dance anything.
Well, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Next episode is going to be awesome as well. A little bit of news. We just got another property handed over to us today. And we're going to be talking about real estate soon again on
Next
the
week, I
podcast.
think.
Next week, we're going to be talking
we have a
about...
very interesting guest, which he'll probably be on here by the time you even watched it.
What are you?
Oh, got the keys.
Keys to the Jeep.
They were
He
very
stores,
deep in my...
Andrew stores house keys in his ass like you wouldn't believe.
I don't want to touch that.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. It's just disgusting, goof goff.
Thank you guys for joining us. You guys can catch us on all the major podcast
Thank
networks.
you.
Yeah.
How can people find you if they want to find you for work or whatever?
Write her a
Alex.
letter and send it with a fucking pigeon.
Well, they are gonna probably like post it on the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So Alex R. Vélez 19.
Ooh. Andrew Macia.
Like I don't do Instagram or shit, but
Hey, we always got to get... Wait, time's counting down. We're going to be bringing a lot of cool guests on. Next week, we're talking real estate and divorce with... Real estate and divorce, believe me, we're talking about that. And the next week, we're talking about being gay in Medellin.
And owning a business.
And owning a business in Medellin.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking a lot more. Hey, if any of you guys are listening in and you want to join me and Andrew on this digital nomad cruise, April 18th, we'll be setting sail I'll be wearing flotation devices because I don't really swim really well. And Andrew will be my lifeguard.
I'll be swimming with the
dressed in
dolphins.
really short,
I wanna
promiscuous
be
outfits.
there.
Yeah, we're going
Oh, yeah.
out of Cartagena, hitting a couple islands, landing in
Antigua.
Lisboa.
Lisboa.
I wanna laugh about it.
Lisbon.
Lisbon, yeah.
Lisboa.
And we're going out there, and me and Andrew are getting our
cruise bodies.
Lisbon bodies on. So we've decided,
Like
if
we're
any
only
of you-
eating pizza and drinking.
today, and then we're gonna go straight Devil Wears Prada. We're not gonna eat anything, and just before we're about to black out, we're gonna eat a cube of cheese. That's what we're about. We're getting that body on, ready to go.
Anyone who comes across this video, what do they need to do?
They need to subscribe immediately. Hit that subscribe button. Why? Because we love the attention.
That's why we're here.
Yes,
Let's
of
face
course.
Hell yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
If you want to see Andrew in a skinny leopard print thong, please be sure to follow us and listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, or any other major podcast platforms. And Andrew, if they want to see your ugly faces, what should they do?
They could see us on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube for show.